Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming to our Library of Ruina read-along, Part 4.
Story time!
Story time! I am here with my co-host, friend, Skern. Hi, Skern.
Hello! I exist. We're currently the only ones here. Other people are coming later.
Yeah, they're coming soon. Just some notes about the stream, in case this is your first time watching or you're catching the VOD of this later. This is not a blind playthrough, and it's not a speed run, it's not a challenge run, it's also not a walkthrough. This stream is like a story mode, focused on us reading the story out loud. Skern and I have played through this game a few times at this point, and we think the story's good, so we wanted to read it out loud for funsies, and it is fun.
I feel like I need to add a small caveat of only one of us is a professional voice actor and you don't even do character voices. Keep that in mind. We are not the best.
Yeah, I do commercials and educational stuff, and would you believe that voice acting characters is significantly different than doing any of that?
Yeah. To be clear, we all roleplay, so we're better than just random scrubs, but we're not professionals.
No, we're not. For convenience and ease of viewing, I am using a mod. It is the NoGrind mod to grant infinite copies of any books that I obtain legitimately. No other mods are in use. If this is your first time playing Library of Ruina, I don't recommend using this mod, because what it grants you in convenience, you have a trade-off of the intended gameplay experience where you do need to redo a couple of fights.
And it helps you learn and understand what you're doing.
Yeah. Because we're focusing on the story and the voice acting, we're just rushing through all the fights, because I've done all this stuff before. Though Skern and I have completed Ruina several times, please avoid spoilers in chat and comments, as not all of the participants, we have some friends who are going to come join us later, or people who are chatting have finished the game. You can make jokes and references, but don't go too far, and we'll know that you have.
We're very judgmental people.
Especially Skern.
Honestly, yes.
This game includes several trigger warnings, such as self-harm, suicide, mental distress, violence against children, toxic relationships, religious trauma, and basically every single kind of horror that you can imagine. So, if any
In my opinion, last session we got through the worst of it.
Yeah, and we're not going to redo that cutscene.
Yeah, you can hit skip cutscene. Yeah, it's fine.
If any of those would be triggering to you, feel free to skip this stream, skip this video. I promise we won't take offense. Your mental well-being is more important than our view count. But with that out of the way, we are going to have a couple friends joining us a little bit later to help voice some of the characters. We were just hanging out and chatting about Ruina strategy, so I was like, we should probably turn our stream on.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's just showcasing, no, we really do know what we're doing.
We were talking about Star of the City general invitations and how I've never made Bayard work.
I honestly haven't either, but it's not to say that he's bad. Just, you have to have a different strategy in general. I think you have to build your entire team around him, right?
He's definitely an ace.
Yeah. Whereas most of the other ones, like life insurance, for example, you can just throw them on any team and it's fine.
Yeah, my thought with Bayard is that he would really benefit from the Wedge Office's pages, particularly if you slapped Oscar on him.
That'd make a lot of sense. I mean, to be clear, like, let's use life insurance as the example again. You do need to make the page about all the discards, of course. But you could throw this onto a team without any issues. Whereas Bayard, I really feel like you need essentially a really heavy intercept, dodge, or block team.
Now that you mention it, I would actually be curious to try Bayard with Ujat running some of these Y Association cards. I know they're like 3 entire acts down, But your shield is a fantastic card, and it grants 2 endurance to everybody.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I also think, in general, just... The other problem is the places that I think he'd be useful are, like, Bina's floor. And who cares? It's Bina.
It's Bina. Bina is the star of Bina's floor.
Yeah, you don't need Bayard, you have Bina.
Yeah, also, like, what would you do? Would you put the Beast on Bayard? Why would you put it on Bayard and not on Bina?
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, that's the problem. And, like, you compare this to other floors that are good at buffing people, none of them would buff what he would really need.
Yeah, I could see an application with Hesed if you went Cowardly Lion, the one where, like, everyone gets a buff when everyone is still alive.
Yeah.
But even then, he doesn't benefit from any of... what's the name of the 5th phase? False Throne?
I think that's it. Something like that.
He doesn't benefit from any of the False Throne cards.
And, like, just putting my hand up and going, why don't you just use R-Corp stuff?
Yeah, R-Corp is way better with Hesed. Honestly, I feel like he could go Hokma if you can get the 13th card to fall on Bayard's on turn.
I would agree, but I also never want to use Hokma.
Yeah, when I was playing through that difficulty mod, people were swearing by base game vanilla Hokma, and I'm like, you only get to play as him for like 2 battles.
Yeah, and to be clear, they're fun battles. It showcases he is good, but okay.
Yeah, I wish Ruina had a New Game Plus.
New Game Plus, that's everything scaled up.
Yeah, give me significantly harder enemies and let me start with all the floors unlocked.
I stick by this game needs a roguelite mode.
100%. Though we're dipping mildly into spoiler territory, I'll be very careful when talking about this. There is exactly one encounter in the entire game where you get to use multiple head librarians at the same time, and I wish there were more.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a cool fight.
Yeah, it's a really cool fight.
It feels just like a cutscene, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So let's head pat our friend who lost that fight several times.
Oh, poor dude. I think it was just...
He misunderstood.
Yeah, misunderstood.
Like, he misunderstood a mechanic that... It's all about the intercept, and he wasn't intercepting well.
Yeah, Bina's ability to not allow dice to recycle is maybe the strongest single, I'm going to call it... It's not a buff or a debuff, but it's like a card effect. I think it's one of the strongest in the game, which is why it's so rare.
Well, I think it's extremely niche, because there's not a lot of cards to recycle. But when it comes in handy, it comes in handy.
It's true. While there aren't a lot of cards that specifically have the recycle keyword, anytime a melee page is clashing with a ranged page, it is recycling dice.
True.
So it's a really good... I know Tank Buster isn't the right word, but if someone is coming at you with a really high value roll, for instance, W Serum, you can lose the clash, but keep them from getting to you.
So clearly this is the greatest story mode stream of all time. We're talking about Ruina strategy.
I just said this wasn't going to be a walkthrough or a strategy stream, but here we are.
Yeah, so anyway, we're just proving that we know what we're talking about before we get into character, obviously.
You know, there's a certain sicko that I wish that Bina could fight, because I think that battle would be hilariously lopsided in Bina's favor.
Yeah, it really would.
You know, it's so funny, you have to have the most dramatic fight. But if Bina would just walk in, it would be over.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Most of the fights that you're talking about, Kaburo and Bina could handle any of them.
Yeah. Our little nugget has to prove themselves and grow, though.
They do. And I'm sure Gabura and Bina would agree, though Bina would never admit it.
No, Bina could never be caught dead being nurturing to someone. I think that
Even though that's explicitly what she does.
Oh, she rides a very close line with what she does. She has to sound condescending while she's doing it. It covers her ass when she is.
Of course.
Bina can't just be nice to people.
We are looking forward to unlocking her, by the way.
Yeah.
We have plans.
I'm really looking forward, 1, to Mega doing Bina's voice, and 2, the characters who we're going to put on the floor.
Yeah.
Because, sure, Azel's great, and I like Sean, but they're not the 2 I'm thinking of.
I know. Alright. Should we at least start one?
Yeah, let's see who we've got up.
Oh, yes, I suppose we skipped this. Puma's he, him, I am he or she, I'm gender fluid.
We have a really big scene with the Church of Gears and with the Full Stop office. That's one I'd probably wait for Chapstick for.
Sure.
Wait, let me just look at the script. I can see what we have.
You sure can. We're also cheating, yes, we have a script.
Who was going to be Philip?
I think that was supposed to be me. Which I'm totally willing to do, to be clear.
Okay, yeah, we've got Dawn Office up. As you have to be Angela and Philip. I could do Salvador and Yuna.
Sure.
Okay. Fucking Philip.
Yeah, I need to find a good voice for him. I'm going to be experimenting, don't worry.
Alright, I've got the script up, so whenever you're ready.
Dawn Office, episode 1, right?
Yep.
I've prepared your usual tea, Master.
Thank you, Philip.
Master?
Good grief. This is what I must hear from my old friend. This tea has a strong aroma and taste today. I like it.
Thank you for the compliment, sir. What is the news that you received from your old friend, if I may ask?
Philip, have you heard of the library?
Yes, although I know little about it other than that it's an urban legend.
It has recently been exalted to an urban plague, and it appears that Zwei's Section 6 fell victim to it.
Then the old friend of yours is...
Yes, it's Walter. He seems to have fallen in the library. Foolish old pal. He struggled so much trying to rise up the ranks, and yet this is how he ends.
I'm sorry for your loss. I heard he was your colleague back in the Zwei. It must be heartbreaking.
My heart is unscathed, boy. I never was fond of Walter.
Pardon?
He didn't quite have the potential to be a capable man. He seemed clever, but his thoughts were one-dimensional. And his habit of making rhetorical questions, goodness, that was annoying. Although I suppose he did have some talent, seeing as he managed to stay in Section 6 without getting demoted further. Perhaps it was savoir-faire.
Savoir faire.
Or mere luck.
I'm sick of this smell of Songhua cha. It's even stronger today?
Hello, Sanbei.
Hey, Philip. Looks like you're getting better at making tea day by day, huh?
He certainly is. Philip is an expert when it comes to brewing Songhua cha. Maybe I should learn from him so that I can make some for my wife.
Thank you.
Cut it out with that awkward smile. You didn't join our office to make tea all day.
Now, Yuna, Philip has shown excellent results in the field as well. He's become a proud grade 5 fixer now. If his Songhua cha expertise counted toward grade evaluations, he would easily become a grade 1 and gotten a color too. Yes, if he were to receive a color, perhaps it would be bright yellow, much like the hue of this egg yolk floating atop the tea. Ho ho ho! It's also the color of forsythia, my favorite flower.
Please stop with the silly jokes, Master. Philip needs a trusty role model. Anyway, I've taken care of the request regarding the 1,000 needles.
Wow, you're impressed with Sanbei. Soloing an urban legend class request on your own.
It was kinda dangerous at the end. I don't know where they got it, but they started merging into one using a brainstem focus resonator. The building started melting. Needles kept pouring out of that lump like crazy. People struck by those needles started exploding and creating chaos. It was awful. And the culprit behind that was...
Was it yesterday's promise as expected?
Yeah, that seemed to be the case. I honestly didn't want to believe it, but it looks like magic really does exist. Strange symbols and stuff were carved on every needle. I haven't even heard of any other amplification device that can do that. Not from my knowledge, at least.
Still, you've dealt with it and came back alive. You are the pride of our office, Yuna.
It feels like I'm the only working member, though. And monthly rent is rather intimidating since our office is in the nest. You know the request I just did won't be enough to cover it, right?
Ah, no need to worry about our financial situation. I received a request that could keep us afloat for 3 months.
Is that an urban plague class job or something?
It is indeed.
An urban plague?
What is it about? Is our office going alone?
It's the library. I tried contacting the Wedge office, but they seemed to be busy with their own work. Thus, we will be taking care of it by ourselves for now. Besides, this request was directly assigned to us by the Zwei Association. Perhaps they deemed that they need an office proficient in combat for this job.
Got it. I'll make some calls then.
Please do, Yuna.
This is gonna be my first time handling an urban plague class case.
That is true, Philip. I know this is your first time with an urban plague class request, but try to loosen up a bit. Think of it as a learning experience. Watch how I or Yuna act on the field.
If we get this job done, why don't we throw a party at your house like the last time, Gramps?
You surely have ways to get yourself fed, Yuna.
You know how much I love to eat, don't you, Gramps? And your cooking is awesome, too.
House party. Huh.
Why the long face, Philip? Got too nervous to take on an urban plague?
It's nothing.
Well, alright then. I'll be preparing first.
Philip, how about a small conversation between the two of us once this job is done?
Sure.
It seemed as if you had concerns in your mind.
Understood, sir.
Huh. That Gramps is still doing fixer work.
You know him?
It's nothing huge. I came across him a few times in the past and owed him some favors. And he's one of the veterans, too. He made his bones to a degree in the smoke bore when he was younger.
He did seem to have many connections. I apologize for my delay. I was drinking tea. It's delicious.
Was it Songhua Cha?
No, why would I drink what he's serving? That sounds ridiculous.
It's got an egg in it. It's probably good for your cholesterol.
I don't have cholesterol.
Oh. You might want to get that looked out.
Uh-huh. Say you're lying.
Although he's washed up now, just like me.
He seems to be faring much better than you, though.
Oh, did you really have to stab me with those facts? The interior is pretty slick.
Reminds me of the factory we raided as part of the Midnight Pancreas Burgers request.
Please, I don't even want to be reminded of that case, and I'm not seeing any similarities here.
I mean, that factory was also pretty clean and moody for a place where terrible things.
Philip? I almost got to retaste the Songhua Cha I drank a bit ago.
Sorry, sir. Greetings, dear guests.
A pleasure to meet you. You must be Angela.
Yes, I am the director and librarian of my role's namesake.
Tell me, what should we do to kill you?
I'd like to know that as well.
I see. You have the capability for casual banter,
Let's cut the chat short, shall we, Master?
Now, Angela, do not hope to meet a peaceful end after imbruing your hands in so much blood.
I believe the same can be said of you. May you find your book in this place, then.
Okay, so I was just grabbing those two out of pure utility, but boy do they talk a lot.
They sure do. Anyway, we have another person who's waiting on the wings, I notice.
Yeah.
Want me to drag them in?
Please.
Hi, I dragged you in.
Hey, chap.
Hello.
It's time for Philip.
Oh, we've already done the scene.
Let me see if I can find the script again.
You can get it, see if you need it.
I'm going to post an ad for the stream in my Discord as well while we're sitting on this screen here waiting to fight. I had this thought while we were reading. I'm like, they're actually kind to Philip.
Oh, extremely. I would like it noted I am trying to deepen my voice entirely so I can make him sound much whinier later.
Excellent.
All right, where are we at in this?
We're not anywhere at the moment. We just did Dawn Office at the beginning. We're going to do epilogue after the fight's over. Epilogue's going to be quick. You don't even have to worry about it.
Alrighty.
I dragged you in because we're not reading currently. And we're about to do a fight. You know.
Philip.
Yes, and everyone loves Philip.
I remember really liking Salvador, but I can't remember anything specific.
He's a nice old man.
I liked the voice I did for him. It was fun.
I had him sound like this, chapstick.
It was good.
Quite haughty and proud.
Philip.
I also have the belief that Philip is absolutely trying to mimic Salvador. I think it makes him sound cooler. So I'm definitely going to be changing his voice in the future.
I drank my coffee wrong.
Don't worry about the delays. We're just getting everything set up and advertising.
Oh, I have placed the advertisements in my Discord and on Twitter and also Blue Sky. Now I'm going to wipe the floor with these, interesting looking people.
What does Sayori have to say to that?
Good luck. Technically, her response wouldn't even be words. It's just drawing a weapon.
So at this point in the game, Salvador is actually really scary.
Yeah. And you're going to love his key page when you get it. I remember using it a lot in this part of the game.
Oh, yeah. It's fantastic.
But you know who's not scary at this part of the game?
Philip.
Poor Philip.
I think I'm going to start out lightly and really go all in on Salvador.
Yeah, I assume it's just intercept the attacks while you do as much damage as you can to Salvador. You know, basic strategy. Why are we talking about strategy? That's not the point of this stream.
But it is what's happening on stream.
Damn. I can't argue against this. I want to, though.
Parry this, you filthy casual. Unfortunately, I am a terrible shoutcaster, so no play-by-plays here. I barely remember what's happening.
All right, so he's clicking on the card. The card happens to be blue. The blue card is going to go on that card, and clearly things are going to happen because of this.
Great call there, Skern. And if I remember, the fact that the card is blue has no significance on anything whatsoever.
I think that's just card rarity.
Correct.
I didn't even know that. I'm seeing some really good blue cards and some pretty bad purple ones, assuming purple is supposed to be rarer.
It is, yes.
It is.
It's like a real card game.
My Mira unit is not very strong. Malkut has the power budget on this team.
Yep.
She's running Hanafuda, supported by Olga and Rain, and she hits like a truck. Because we lost the first couple of rounds, I got Display of Affection on her, and so her clashes have 1 to 2 power, on top of the strength and clash power she's already getting by being Hanafuda.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. That sounds like actual shoutcasting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cards go boom.
Yeah,
Thank you. Number go up. They die.
exactly. This stream is for Timmy's only. We just need to see a big dragon.
That's not till much later.
Yeah. However, I do recall being a frequent user of the all eggs in one basket strategy. It seems pretty good. Till it doesn't work, then it's really bad.
I will not go into details about strategy because we did this before you came in.
Well, I think they made it clear that they want that one dead.
Poor Sayori. So this is a problem because Malkut loses power if she's not clashing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I noticed her dice roll.
Well, just do your best, Milkbit.
I think we might be restarting this fight. So remember all our talk about how, hey, we know what we're talking about, Puma? We're not proofing it.
Sayori endures slash. They deal mostly slash. She's fine.
Oh, never mind. This actually makes sense. Oh, he's almost dead. Wait, I know what you're doing. You're intentionally getting the emotion up so you guarantee getting the book. That's what's going on.
I took Fairy Queen and hurt Sayori because I knew it would boost Malkuth's numbers through the roof, and it was enough to stagger Salvador.
Yep. Now it's just a victory lap.
Hold on. Sarah's mindset. How? Question mark?
Sayori, I was using your blood to empower my allies and win the battle.
Oh, I do that too.
Salvador holding on by a thread.
That sounds a little bit like shoutcasting.
He's on the magic pixel. Crazy
man.
things can happen
He's
on the
gonna-
magic pixel.
I think he's gonna parry everything. I think he got this.
Good.
Never mind.
Yeah, Malkuth has happy teddy bear and strength.
No Evo moments happening here.
Yeah, the evil moment is everyone getting hyped up and then just immediately die. Epilogue, right?
Epilogue. Let's see, we got, yep, Salvador.
Angela and Roland.
That Gramps still hasn't changed after so many years.
He didn't seem to recognize you, though. Wait, he fought Malkuth. Of course
Yeah,
he would.
yeah, that's because we sent him to Malkuth's floor. Angela! Fixers meet so many people in their lives, it's pretty much impossible to remember them all. And Gramps knows even more people than most Fixers, so there's no way he can recount everyone he'd met. Not like he needs to, though. And he's old, so his memory probably got shaky.
Why didn't you say to him that you knew him then?
I just didn't want to make a scene. Giving him the time of day would only make both of us uncomfortable. Imagine walking up to your enemy in battle and saying, "Hi there, we were friends 3 years ago, remember?" It'd be awkward for sure. And bothersome, too.
I don't dislike how you try not to leave any loose ends in relationships.
I guess so. I gave up caring about bonds long ago. And as I say from time to time, you never know when anyone will backstab you in this world, even those you can casually joke with. Gramps knew that better than anyone, I'm sure.
Oh, he's a book now. Someone should equip him.
Yeah, a very useful book, mind you.
I am going to take a very quick BRB, and then I will do exactly that.
Does that mean Chapstick might have to entertain our guests?
Oh
Yes.
boy. I don't know how to entertain people.
I exist.
Yeah.
I mean, probably help if I actually opened up chat and could respond to people, which I did not do.
Nice. It's a good thing this game has incredible music at every turn.
Yes, listen to the music, not us.
Mm-hmm.
I see that there's even a BRB scene going on our stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't worry, they can still hear us. But Puma didn't even want them to just stare at the tree, the floors the entire time, the library.
It is I, Salvador. I am now a book.
I don't even know what the BRB screen looks like.
It is a poorly
Is it
drawn,
just black and white text?
poorly drawn Rosen
Black and
square.
white test of BRB with a tiger and a woman's face.
Hi.
Wonderful. Hello.
I forgot to unmute myself in Discord, so the stream could hear me talking, but you guys couldn't.
Excellent. We are
It's
so
going to be
welcome.
great on a watch back for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, what? Alright, I'm gonna do some brief menuing and get a fourth person on Malkut's floor ready. We've got Hode 4 in the chamber and full stop office.
I assume we're going to wait for Mega to come before we do those. The one in the chamber. We could probably full stop.
We could, that's the one that's got Eileen and some other people. Spoilers.
Right.
I could just redo Tom Mary.
Yeah, you could go actually finish Tommy, right? Sure. Now that you have a team of 4, that should be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have a second floor ready, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard it didn't go well in the end with Tom Mary.
Got real close considering that we should not have even tried.
Yeah, I was 2 tiers of cards down and got very close to winning.
Oh yes, we did not mention this earlier, but I feel like it should be mentioned. Off stream, we did all the general invitations to get more cards.
Those are optional encounters that don't have any story elements, in case you, the viewer, did not know.
So we're considerably better prepared.
Yeah, I think with these teams, I'm just going to go ahead and do Tom Mary again.
Yeah, makes sense. And you'll definitely succeed. And don't worry, we won't subject everyone to this. There we go.
Mary.
I mean, credit to our voice actors for that one. They did a great Tom Mary, and it wasn't you or I. So how do you think Milkit feels about Tom Mary?
I think she'd be like, while I acknowledge that this is fucked up, I have to do a good job and stay professional. Here I come.
You see, I feel her reaction to be, oh wow, that's awful! Anyway, stand still for a second.
Stab, 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 stab. Or slash, 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 as the case may be.
Honestly, she comes from a lottery corporation. There's a possibility her reaction is more, yeah, I've seen worse.
That's true. She has seen worse.
I mean, she's definitely watched 12 of her employees, I guess, turn into angels and start murdering everyone.
Potentially repeatedly.
Or a giant worm destroying everything and eating everything in its way. A train coming through everything repeatedly. many times have a black hole sucked people in? Oh, Blue Star. Also, preemptively, I am saying nope to Lobotomy Corporation story time simply because it would take too long. Although, I have to state this, in hindsight, I think the most disturbing part about this is the people aren't on the train anymore, yet they're still functioning.
Yeah. It'd be a bad time.
Yeah. I don't want to know what it'd be like to have multiple organs. Multiple duplicates of organs that aren't supposed to be duplicated.
I was about to be like, Skirn.
I'm sorry. I had to clarify, and I realized that. Also, this music does not fit with what you're fighting.
No, not even a little bit.
That's what makes it so memorable. Every turn-based game has like super exciting and jazzy music that never matches the mood of what's happening on screen.
Ah, yes, fight these horrors beyond comprehension created by some of the most diabolical things that humans can do to each other. Also, bop to this music.
Yes. That's why I love Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's like, here's this high-flying, ultra-fast, super-powered violence, and here's some elevator music to go with it.
Perfect.
It does wonders.
I mean, I've played Metaphor. Don't you want an operatic Gongorian chant in the background for every single fight, even these tiny little goblins you fight a million of?
So I genuinely love that fight theme, but it is unfortunately used as the main fight theme whenever it has such good boss fight potential music.
Right? Like, to be clear,
Like,
excellent boss fight theme.
Yes, it and the enemy ambush music are incredible, and you hear them for the most inconsequential stuff. I thought there was going to be more of an identity to the music overall with the chanting, but it was kind of just those two.
Yeah, I mean, there was only really two battle themes, and I mean, there are boss themes, but they're way worse.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish that there was more variety in the normal encounter music, but on the same quality of the one that we got.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, I wish there was just different variants depending on, like, the main hub areas, right? Because that's pretty standard for RPGs.
We do not have Volka today, but he does want to come watch.
He's, of course, allowed.
This is a much cleaner phase 1 than I had when I had one less unit and much worse cards.
Man, it's like getting power makes you powerful or something.
Hi, Juka.
Honestly, Skern, the number of times I've seen shows and animes and movies where someone will go through like a character arc of getting stronger and then just get slapped down again a few scenes later. Getting stronger doesn't always seem to help, at least depending on what the plot demands.
You're not wrong. I apologize. I am going to temporarily mute the stream for a reason. Don't worry, I'm still here and can talk.
We're muted.
No, I'm just muting the music in the background. It's fine.
Ah.
This seems so much easier than last time.
Yes, I'm kicking the shit out of them.
It's definitely them, right? Pronouns for Tom Mary. Definitely them, right?
I feel like, yeah, it's gotta be.
I mean, I suppose Tom Mary's intelligent enough that, like a child, if they say they want a different pronoun, I'd accept it. But I feel like defaulting to they, them just feels correct.
It's probably the safest bet.
So, someone in chat says, "Oh, it's Tom Mary again. Love those guys. What devotion. They've been together for thousands of years."
That's a glass half full take that I can appreciate.
I was a dummy and I let Malkut get one side attacked. By
Well,
one
don't
of the
do
ones
that.
that gains power when it's a one side attack.
Listen, are you just making Tom Mary feel better because you feel bad?
Yeah. You could just say you did it as a flex.
It was a flex. Watching Sayori roll 11 on a 1-6 dodge is a thing of beauty.
I mean, seems correct. You were in the game that she existed in.
This is real bad. So, Tomiri are angry, and they're about to whap Malkut a whole bunch, and I don't have the ability to peel for her because my people are running out of light. Or, when they have light, they're running out of cards. Or, when they do have light and cards, they aren't fast enough.
So, feels like a didn't design these decks well.
So
Yeah.
I'm switching to side Tomari. Go Tomari. I've always believed in you. You've got this. Heart.
I will never side with them. They need to die a horrible death, preferably in fire.
I agree, but if they might win, I gotta play both sides. I'm folding into a triangle.
All right, Tom Mary, you need to die. We don't have to keep doing this over and over. Could you do that for us? We have an extra floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
I've been on your side this whole time. I'm a true believer. Floor 2's got it.
You know, I'm starting to feel that Chopstick might play whatever side is currently winning.
I have no morals. I am for sale to the highest bidder.
I didn't even know there was bidding.
There can be. Who wants me? $20. I will fill a slot on your team. I will leave immediately after the fight starts.
You will fill the slot on your team. You will then join the enemy side when you start losing.
Yep.
Just
Hey,
don't
new
start
team.
losing.
Yeah. It's my way of encouraging the team.
I should probably go check the script and see if there's a Tom Mary up below. There is!
Or Malkut.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked.
Oh no, is anyone else set up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said it was like that was all
I
the
was
menu.
seeing a
really.
lot of I was seeing a lot of default skins there. I was like,
I still think this is going to be nail-bitingly close, unfortunately.
I just have to clear the ads.
Yep. Oh, I believe you'll win. Just going to be a lot closer than I'd like it. Come on, we spent like 15 minutes talking about how we understand this game, Puma. Can't make it nail-bitingly close, unless you're doing it intentionally.
I'm raising the audience's emotion level.
Yeah, that
That's
makes
one way
sense.
of putting it.
So are you
Also
doing that
raising
because...
my emotion level.
Are you doing this so you can take their books?
Yeah.
So be concerned.
I do like Roland's really edgy cloak.
Sepra face tanking Tomari and being fine makes a lot of sense, actually. They're like, wham! And he's like, whatever. Ow.
I believe the more accurate response would be, wham! Huh? Oh, right. Ow, this hurts so much. I am in so much pain. Now the worst part is, Secret probably loved the library.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Would he accept the invitation if he got it, though?
Probably.
Would it be under duress?
Oh, almost certainly. That is really, really unfortunate.
Ooh.
It's Ogre.
Always believed in you, Tomari. Hands up for another 1,000 years on the pain train.
Alright, so round 3?
Round 3. Yeah, I just need to put more card cycling in my Walter deck.
I mean, I think one of the problems is you don't have a lot of card cycling to begin with. Or light generation, if that's really elite.
It's lucky for me that being folded into a flesh triangle is one of my favorite hobbies. Tomari, you the best.
The worst part is, I don't even think they understand what they're doing.
we are switching our teams around. And then we'll fight again.
Well, I'm gonna use this menuing time in order to cycle this tea out of my body.
Hell yeah.
I'll return momentarily, and I expect Tom Mary to be dead this time. I am back.
Welcome back.
I see you're still menuing.
Yes.
Turns out Tom already got hands.
Well, we knew that. They're huge.
Yeah. Also got like 3 or 4 of them.
Okay, we're doing this again.
I did confirm the other voice actress is going to be here in like 15 minutes.
Perfect. That's just enough time to mop the floor with these guys.
Or to be mopped up again. Wait, hold on. I'm Angela. You know I have to clean up your mess, yes? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you, Milka?
Angela, I'm doing my best. We don't have any information on this enemy, so there's no notes for me to read about how to do better. I'm making my own as we go.
I hate you so much.
Why? Whatever do you mean?
You know what you're doing.
Could you please explain it to me so that I can do better, Angela?
Teleports away.
I gave Mira Jikan's page so she can inflict bleed on herself and smash things. That seemed appropriate.
You mean yell real loud and kill everything?
Yeah.
I have to say, it is always really funny to see like 4 arrows pointing at a single person.
Yeah. It's like, fuck this person in particular.
And then you roll one really good dodge on them, and they're like, "Oh, look at him go!"
So what do you think these townspeople's last thoughts are?
What's happening? Ow! Why does it hurt?
I don't know. They could always feel pain. I feel like their last thoughts would be, wait, we can die?
Hooray!
Possibly even the most somber, thank you.
Oh, it's happening.
You're beating up all these people.
Yeah.
I can't say they deserve it, but they're probably thankful.
Deserve? No. But they need it.
I mean, I hate to say it in this way, but this is the fight that doesn't make me feel bad at all. It just makes me feel sad. There are ones that'll make me feel bad. Feel worse about Olga.
Yeah.
Or if we want that earlier gut punch, feel bad about Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu's the one that really does it for me. Like, obviously Finn is sad, but Finn also doesn't scream cry in the rain.
Yeah. You didn't go kill Finn's lover.
Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been so distant, consistent, indifferent. It's hard to put that in an ambiguous sentence. I'm sorry, actually, not really. There's stress, so much work, too much work to be done. Committing to commitments, hiding my indulgence. The freedom we sacrifice for love. You also made me on the first sight ever. You gave me life, repetitions and unsustainably listen. It's hard to describe what I'm feeling at the moment. Are you I mean, are you with me? It's just so much fun, too much fun. Oh, come on. How could you say because I am a fast, furious number?
Ah!
Nice girl, I'm just not ready now. But the mommy said it ain't family biz. Get over it. Healthen up, just like the man we expected. So when are you gonna take the chance? Let us be one. Be our one. All for one. All for everyone. We stay together. Then it's forever. Inside the treasure of the unknown. Furthermore, I love open the door. To if you go, I'd rather not enter. Safe and safer in the future. I know that I agreed to this myself. I wish it was before now.
I have a dumb question.
What's up?
Do you think Tom Mary's quote unquote mom is proud that they have won multiple times?
Hey, Ramald. I don't think she cares.
I don't think she does either.
They were a tool for her.
I do think she'd be mildly surprised.
What book is Tomery after in this? Is it said? Did she like offer them one, right?
Someone coerces them into coming in, but they are offered the gaze office books.
Ah,
Tommy is dead. Mira's having a great time. She's also kicked ass in this fight.
Good for her. Good old barbarian raid. She'll talk about how she killed this thing for generations. Oh god, I'm now imagining Navale trying to talk about a story about how her mother killed a weird amalgamation of multiple people.
Ugh.
Malka just can't catch a break.
It's worse, I sacrificed her.
Yeah. I saw what you were doing.
That's why she can't catch a break. First you get in the first round and then sacrificed in the second. Sucks. Sorry. Beaten in the second, sacked in the third.
Oh no, Mira lost that clash.
Oof.
I mean, things are looking bad, but I still think you got this. Like, it's close enough that I'm pretty sure if you had to bring in Keter, I assume that Ketter's the other floor you made,
Yeah.
you'll finish this. You're doing way better than last time.
So I took the thing where people at low health explode, and I had Sayori suicide bomb into Tameri, and Tameri died. Sorry, Malcolm.
Honestly, I was about to say, that's what Malkit's thing was.
And now we go back to this cheerful music.
Yay.
Look, we killed the big thing. Now we can dance. Everyone knows that you cast Corpse Explosion on yourself to kill Big Thing.
Yeah. Nothing to it.
Yeah, hold on. Let me tell a bold-faced lie. First try.
All right, Angela, how do you feel about this scene that you've just witnessed?
Awful, but I'm ready to say it out loud.
Okay, hang on. Let me get into Roland's headspace here, because this is actually like an important scene.
Mm-hmm. Tell me when.
Almost. All right, ready.
I'm not sure if that was a malfunction with the singularity or anything. But now I see that I may not be the only one to suffer from the capriciousness of time.
Well, anything can happen. Does that console you somehow?
Not at all. I'm different. I won't go through the same ordeal ever again. I retain myself, unlike those people. I persevered. I didn't let time consume my sanity. I didn't break down.
Alright. Let's just calm down and take a deep breath. When the memories of hard times burst forth, you gotta embrace them to the core. Love Town.
Love Town.
Also realized I said capriciousness instead of copiousness, but it's fine. Completely different meanings and words.
Oh, the longer scene is after the puppets. I'm thinking there's a scene where Angela has a proper breakdown.
Oh yeah, that's I know what. Yes, that's coming up.
All right, we have Wedge Office, we have Full Stop Office, and I think Musicians of Bremen.
Have options. Are you asking us for opinions?
Oh no, it's Kurokumo Clan next. Yeah, because Wedge Office comes after Musicians of Bremen come after Full Stop Office. Kurokumo comes after Carnival. Wedge comes after Dawn.
Cool. What do you want to do?
Honestly, I'm geared for it. Let's just do Kurokumo. We need Mega for Full Stop.
All right.
Chapstick.
She's on her way.
Hello.
All right, on the script website, we have the Kurokumo clan.
Episode 1.
We have Sayo, Jin, and Yang. Some residents. Tanya. And Ben, Roland, and Angela.
I'd like to be young.
I'll be Jin.
I'll be Sayo. Chapstick.
I will be Residence.
You'll be residents.
At least one of them, or two.
I'll be
Resident 1 and Jin.
Yeah, I'll be Resident 2. It's fine.
Who will be Tanya?
I'll be Tanya. Sure.
Okay.
Tanya will be what I would be doing for Gabura if I was ever Gabura.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Oh no, this won't do.
But ma'am, we don't have any cash left to offer you.
If you're out of money, then you shouldn't have asked for more protection from us, no?
But the outside is covered in fog. We don't know what's out there. We'll get killed.
We aren't safe here either. Thugs could break in at any moment.
Oh, give me a break. Nest life must be too engraved in your heads to get where you stand right now. I thought maybe we could expect better from the household with the highest income around here.
Sayo, shall we cut one off?
Please do. These people will have to become accustomed to the rules of the backstreets soon enough.
Hey, consider this a free lesson for you.
Footsteps. Thunk, thunk, thunk.
We could take one arm from each.
Please have mercy on us. You can't be such heartless people.
And did you spare any mercy for us while we struggled in the back streets, covered in filth and blood? No, you simply spectated our suffering from the comfort of the nest, did you not? It's rather infuriating now that I think about it. Yang, let us take an eye from them as well.
Yes, dame.
Got your arms first.
We didn't ask for this. You people came into our house all of a sudden and threatened us to pay protection money. Oh, so we have kept you safe or not? I'm pretty sure we took care of all the bad guys trying to get here. And you got your eyes as well.
What do we do? How are we gonna live now?
Nest fell so suddenly.
What a bunch of crybabies. We're being quite generous as backstreet business go.
Now. We'll be going then. Please don't forget today's lesson. If you receive something, you should return that favor accordingly. Imagine if it was the ring protecting this area, not us. Dear, the thought alone is terrifying. Oh, and please leave this house by tomorrow. Jin, confiscate the apartment deed from these people, will you?
You'll be visited by much less pleasant fellows next time, so you'd better move out as soon as possible.
Now then, we've collected the protection money and got our fabric. Shall we go back and pay our due credit? By the way, Jin, how is the current situation with L-Corp's nest?
It's fierce. This is the first time in a long while the thumb and the index got into a turf war over an area. Everyone must be thinking this is the promised estate or something.
The same can be said for us, no?
On another note, the rusted chains have already proved to be an issue, but we've been colliding with blade lineage more often these days.
Perhaps we should have a friendly conversation with them before the tension overheats.
Damn.
Whoops, sorry, that's
What?
Jin's line.
What are you?
Sup, fellas? Got some gains? Got some gains with your business?
She has the head of a dog? A dog in a black coat? Are those kinds of surgeries hip with the kids these days?
Captain, that appears to be one recently dubbed as Lura du Loup.
Oh, so she's a wolf, not a dog. Still appears to be a little bitch to me.
Funny, ain't it? Laugh while you can. Let's see. We have around 100 Karakuma punks here.
You speak as if you could take us all on.
Yeah, that's the plan, yeah.
Let us teach that pup a lesson. Clang, yelling, slashes, blah,
Wham, bath, oof,
zowie.
biff.
Weak sauce. Could have crushed you like the bugs even before I turned into what I am now. Alright, why don't you gather around and kneel? The dead. Well, they can't be helped.
What is it that you want?
Yeah, I have plenty of wants, gal. Want to have a ton of cash in my hands? Want to live in a nest for once, too? But before any of that, I want to make some music.
Fucking hell, shut your yap already.
Whoa, look at their skull go. Flew right out of the park. Home run.
Tell us what you demand from us.
Oh, what I want from you guys? Right, that was the point. First off, the piece of cloth you're carrying, give me that.
This Nuovo fabric is for the thumb, though?
My boss showed interest in that thing. heard that's pretty nice cut of cloth. Guess he wants us to suit up before the performance.
You must know the consequences of making an enemy of the thumb.
The thumb? Tell him to bring it on. I'm gonna smash them all. Oh, and take your goons to the library, will ya?
The library? The building that is rumored to be at the center of this nest?
Yep, that thing.
So you are after the wealth this land can bring, after all.
I told you that's not it. I do want to earn some bucks, but music comes first. But for what reason? Beats me, my boss. Snow, the orchestrator of our ensemble, wants us to get rid of all those noisy syndicates like the Thumb or the Index so that we can make some music. In fancy suits, too. Oh, and help out the library while we're at it.
Help out the library?
Shush, gal. Keep your eyes low if you don't want to get dead. Anyways, you guys can take this and head to the library. Like I said. Go on ahead. Come on, get going already. If you don't use that invitation right now, I'll kindly remove all the bones from your flesh.
Let us prepare to go, everyone.
Your hands are shaking, Gaily. You sure you're alright? Are you mad at me by any chance?
No, it's nothing.
One more thing. If you run off without the books in your hands, you're also dead to me.
I love Tanya.
I love her too.
I finally get to be a crazy character! That was quite intense.
Looks like the Fingers are fiercely wrestling for the ownership of the nest that L-Corp once had reign over.
Why would they, though?
Ever heard of holdouts? When a wing is broken, its nest collapses and gradually turns into a slum akin to the back streets. It becomes a lawless land without an owner to uphold anything. Then a bunch of syndicates come rushing in to occupy the land in advance.
What happens next?
The vacancy in the wings won't stay open forever. When a new wing rises and gets assigned a nest, the syndicate resells that land to the wing. Of course, the wing can choose to hire fixers or other syndicates to kick out that syndicate with force instead, but that's another story.
What will happen to the feathers living in the nest?
Those folks? Well, they're all on their own. Hire a fixer or get evicted to the back streets, or try and join another wing or anything. A nest without its wing is no longer a safe haven for its residents.
That's typical of the city.
If you can't grasp whatever opportunities you find with your own hands, you're bound to fall behind. I wonder what's up with that puppy anyway.
That looked like a case of the distortion.
Distortion? That's not exactly what I imagined.
Indeed, she appears to be highly rational.
You call that rational?
She seems much more rational than you are, at the very least. This was not meant to be.
Where the hell did that bitch head come from? How dare an impudent whelp like her bite at us superior beings!
Calm down, Captain. Let's report this to the Thumb right after we take care of this.
Yes, let us do that.
It's ridiculous that someone could treat us like us, Kurakuma clan, a Thumb subsidiary, with such disrespect.
Here, here. Although we're in a bad situation. The books listed on this invitation are tempting offers for sure.
Seems that the carnival has ended up turning into books.
And this book is related to the nest of L Corp 2.
Greetings, dear guests.
How did you manage to collect the books we need the most?
Such is the rule of the library.
This place exudes the smell of blood.
And you reek of blood as well, dear guests.
Oh my. Do we?
Let's hit up a bathhouse for a warm one once we finish this.
Good idea. There's nothing like a good bath to blow off some steam on a bad day.
Drinks are on me. Are there even any bathhouses or pubs left in L Corp's nest anyways?
That's a fair point. We have so much to report and take care of. So much to think about.
Are you done with your chit-chats now?
How pushy. Now then, shall we head inside?
May you find your book in this place. Wow, Angela is really fucking done with them.
I wanted to bring the energy of Sayo losing her cool in the original.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
Screeching.
you were so ready to do that. Whenever I saw that in the script, I was like, oh, that's gonna be fun.
Hi, Mega.
Hi, Mega.
Hi, Mega.
Hello.
We just finished a reading, thus I could drag you in.
Oh, sweet.
I want you to know, Puma, that I put my hands up, like both of them, whenever I was saying calm down after you're screaming.
Perfect. It was so much fun to scream. I'm sorry it was really loud.
Oh, I just assumed. Actually, I will say this. Discord cut off part of it. I'm sure it's fine on stream.
I was going for it. Mega, I need you to know that Mira has been tearing things up.
She killed Tom Mary.
She killed Tom Mary. So, lore accurate Mira.
Lore accurate Mira. She did so by flying into a rage and hurting herself.
That lore accurate Mira.
I'm just glad I finally get to be a crazy person.
Man, Tanya's so cool.
She is. And now we don't see her for a while. Since we're in the middle of battle, Mega, I forget. Did you actually reach Tanya when you played?
No, I don't think so.
Dog-headed lady.
There's furries in this game.
What? I forget. I got to Nest check. I think that's the last I remember.
Yeah, then no, you did not reach her.
Someone hit Mega with the screenshot.
I already
She
did.
needs to... Okay.
Way ahead of
Very
you.
cool. Very cool.
We just did the scene where, let's just say, she murders a bunch of gangsters on her own and forces these people into the library.
I really like the vibe. I like the scar on the eye. I love the earrings. The it almost looks like flowers on her shirt.
Oh, these poor Kurokumo goons.
Mira is vibrating.
They ran from one wolf into a different bunny.
Arguably, probably one of the most terrifying bunnies.
Honestly, they shouldn't have been surprised whenever they got hired on at the rank of henchman.
What do you mean I don't get a name?
Finally get hired on, boss just calls you henchman, and then your heart sinks. It's like, oh no. You're telling me I get a number?
Anyway, so this is phase 1.
Whoa!
Easy peasy.
Look at Mira go, damn!
Oh, she's so strong. I'm turning her into the carry for this fight.
Hell yeah!
We've
Let's
got
go,
Karuto
Mira.
on this floor, too.
Nice. Honestly, if I had to pick between Navali or Mira to go up against in a fight, I might choose Navali. I'm not going to win, but I think Mira... I think Mira's a little bit more scarier to fight.
Well, I'll put it
Navali
this
might
way.
pull her punches a little.
Navali would show mercy. Mira would be sadistic.
Yeah. So Mira's just there to have a good time.
And if you're not showing her a good time, she's gonna make her own.
Y-
It sounds like if Mira got stuck on the train, she would have a fun time. Is that what I'm hearing?
Mm,
At least for a little bit, for the first couple 100 years.
maybe if she got to beat shit up all the time.
I mean, yeah.
That sounds like exclusively what would be happening.
I'll put it this way: if people were like, "And we'll combine you with another person," she'd crack her knuckles and say, "Try it."
She would, no hesitation, jump into the library, though.
Oh yeah,
Zero hesitation.
she would not need a reason. She doesn't even need a book. She just wants to go.
Angelus, I hope you find your book in this place. The what?
Joke's on you, I can't read. That does make me curious. Would the library present its pages as picture books to someone who cannot read words? Or are they just picture books by default?
I have to throw out the unfortunate logical answer of it would be impossible to get there. You need to sign your name to get in.
Mira's one weakness. Reading.
Although it would be fine to make a custom invitation for someone illiterate.
She could come in with a group.
True.
Or would it be one of those cards with like a recorded voice message when you open it?
Or maybe just a look. We just need. You could just put a line here. It's fine.
Want to experience the fight for your life? Just say yes.
I feel like Mira could get up down a floor or two. I don't think she'd win, but I think she'd get down at least maybe a floor or two.
I would say depends upon where we are in the game.
That's fair.
I would put Mira, based on how Mega has described her, at Urban Nightmare on her own.
I would agree. I don't think she'd beat a Flora in Star of the City, though.
Yeah. I think that if she were part of a party, they could take on a Star of the City floor, but she couldn't do it herself.
I would agree with that, yeah.
I don't know who Mira would team up with, though.
Mira's kicking ass in this battle.
Are you saying that if people just hired Mira as a mercenary, she wouldn't do it?
Well... that's a good question. I think Mira probably did like a year or two as a mercenary, but I think she did it not because she needed the money, but just because she thought it would be funny.
Yeah, see? Exactly. That's what would happen. All right, I'll get the epilogue script up.
Epilogue script.
I'm good.
We'll probably get even more guests trying to take over L Corp's nest.
You always say that. Is there any real difference?
You heard what that doghead said? Now we have the thumb, the index, and whatever third party she belongs to. It doesn't sound like a random run-of-the-mill syndicate, seeing how she talked to the members of a finger with so much confidence.
It seems it's not just the major syndicates that have incentive to be involved in a turf war like this. If another syndicate are meddling in so willingly.
Well, basically. Whatever goods the head honchos take interest in are naturally going to attract the attention of those below them. The thumb or the index probably won't take direct action for now, but their subordinates are nothing to sneeze at. Grabbing their attention might be beneficial for the library's wealth of info, but it's going to be tough for us to stop them if we escalate things any further from here. I just hope the other fingers stay out of this. Things would get out of hand otherwise.
I'm fine with it, as long as the results benefit us.
Okay. We have 2 major scenes that are up. If possible, I'd like to do Full Stop Office, because Full Stop Office has a lot of people talking, and not to volunteer her, but I think Mega would make a fun Eileen.
Oh.
I will
Yeah.
put.
Sounds good to me.
I will explain that Eileen is going to be a major villain, so you'll have a lot of fun with it.
Oh, yay.
Only if I'm not taking her away from you, Skern. Did you want Eileen?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I have Tanya now. I'm good.
All right, we're going to need Eileen, a random worshiper who has a lot of lines. Worshiper.
I'll be the random worshiper.
Okay. Then we have the Full Stop Office, Stefan, Tamaki, and Liwei. Liwei is the leader.
I am Liwei.
Let's see. I can be Stefan and the surprise characters.
Who would be left for that? Because I can just fill.
Tamaki. I think she has
Tamaki.
the least lines, which makes sense because Eileen has the most.
Sure.
Yeah, the reason I wasn't going to volunteer is worshiper has a lot.
Okay, so Omega as Eileen, Skern as worshiper, Chapstick as
Liwei.
Liwei. Perfect.
I can also take Tamaki if need be, since Liwei doesn't have nearly as much as Eileen, but I'll leave that up to Mega.
Actually, I was him last time, but Chapstick, will you be Argalia?
Sure.
I mean,
Oh,
I feel like
there it
constantly
is.
passing Argalia around would be fun.
Yeah.
Is he Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Got a bunch of people in there. Okay, so I'll be Liwei and Argalia.
Yeah, I'll be Stefan, Mega as Tamaki, and there's one line for Pluto. I'll do Pluto.
Can we have, or can I have the,
I'll get
I
it to
think
you.
I think I might have found it.
Oh man,
Which
I have
chapter is this?
Full Stop Office in Urban Plague.
Okay, actually, never mind. I will need it. I thought I found
Already done.
it. Thank you.
Well, I get to sit back for the first part of this.
I am loading it up now. Full stop. Is it in Urban Plague?
Yep.
Okay.
Chapter 4, Urban Plague, number 3. Full Stop Office, episode.
Okay. What's the vibe of this character?
Cult leader.
Yeah, like, praise be, cult leader.
Like Silent Hill cult leader?
Think
Or like
charismatic, positive, and encouraging cult leader.
So not
Ooh.
Silent Hill, more
Okay.
like televangelist.
Yeah,
Oh!
like
Oh!
Mother Nature loves you in a really obnoxious way,
Gotcha.
kind of
Okay.
creature.
Okay, alright. Okay. Salutations, everyone. Let us begin with today's worship session. It appears that we have a new worshipper. What concerns have you brought you here to our oratory? Is that how you say that word?
Correct. Good job.
Okay.
I don't think I can continue living in this city anymore. It's too much for me.
What could have overwhelmed you so much?
Everything is so dreary, and so is my life. I wake up at 6 in the morning, I go to work at 8, and do the same work with the same face every single day. By the time I leave work, it's already 10 in the evening. I'm not even sure what I'm doing anymore. I have so many expenses to cover every single month. I can't even get any richer. Everyone I see during my commute has the same face. I don't see why we work, why we earn money, or why we live. I feel like I've lost my goal, my purpose. I'm just like a cogwheel. Yeah, I really am. I'm living like a cog in the machine. Even if I were gone, this city would soon find another cog to replace me. What am I? Where does my worth lie?
I understand that feeling. Everyone in this city is like a gear spinning along without a purpose. Staying in the middle of it wears you out, slowly.
You're right. I really feel like that.
However, is it necessarily a bad thing to be a gear?
Huh?
All problems stem from the refusal to admit to the fact that we are indeed gears ourselves. I did too once. After my father passed away, I lost my way for a while. You see, my father lived his life akin to a gear wheel. He'd always wake up at the same hour, go to the same place, and come home at the same time with the same face. My father did research on gears. His goal was to solve the same type of problems you're going through. Perhaps he unknowingly grew to resemble the single object he studied for so long. The wrinkles on his forehead deepened as he worked. They resembled the teeth of a gear. My father lived his whole life as a rusted gear of the city until he was murdered by someone else.
Oh.
Then one day, I came across a thought. Maybe we really are gears that constitute the city. Maybe our suffering comes from trying to deny our own identity.
But that kind of life is pointless. I'm tired of being a purposeless cog that keeps running day by day.
Exactly. The problem is that you see yourself as an aimless gear.
You mean gears can have a purpose?
Yes, of course they can. All we need to do is find the purpose we were born to mesh with. You shall become a unique gear that cannot be replaced by any other. We are all gears. There are simply so many gears in this world wallowing in sadness, for they have yet to know where and how to be.
It's still hard to believe that.
Take a look at all the people gathered here. Do they have the same face as the ones you've seen in your everyday life?
No, they all look happy.
Please, trust in me.
Yes, this is the only way I have.
Now, come up here. I will give you the purpose in life you are looking for.
Do I sit on this chair?
Yes. Take a seat and relax. The chair will tell you what kind of gear you are.
Is this really safe?
Of course it is. Oh my. You turned out to be a thought gear.
A thought gear?
It is exceedingly rare for one to be bestowed with the purpose of a thought gear, you see. They are helping me even now. For your information, my father was also a thought gear.
That means those gears in the back of your head are...
This one is my father. He always provides me with his wisdom about life. Besides, meat gears need to keep company with at least one thought gear.
Wait, am I really gonna turn into a gear?
The pain is only temporary. It will soon be followed with pure fulfillment. Everyone, let us welcome the honorable and invaluable arrival of a new thought gear.
Wait! I didn't know this would happen!
As the gears turn,
So too does
the
life
life
fulfill its cycle.
Cycle.
We tried.
We are bad!
Clicked a little late.
So I'm Tamaki.
I think yes.
So that's Eileen, cult leader of the Church of Gears.
I've seen all kinds of gears in my life, but thought gears are new to me.
This must be the rumored ritual of theirs.
They get smarter by plugging gears on the back of their heads, apparently.
That's a load of horse shit. Alright, let's see. Director Eugen from the She Association asked us to...
Kill 10 worshippers of the church, neutralize its leader, and secure her.
I didn't quite expect the director of She Association's Section 2 to personally give our office a request. Something strange might be up.
How long are we gonna sit and watch that? Can't we start shooting now?
Wait for my sign.
What a beautiful thought gear you have become. I will give you the honor of accompanying me. You shall soon understand how happy it is to be a gear with a purpose. Yes, it may take some time to adjust. Let us start with turning bit by bit. Good. Along with the others, gently rotate one cycle at a time. My father will gladly help you out. See? It does make you feel happy, doesn't it? I am very glad to know you are happy. My dear followers, today another lost gear has found its way to happiness. Praise be to Father.
Praise,
Praise
be!
be! Yeah, we did that one a lot better.
Praise be.
Huh? What do you mean, be careful?
Now.
Bang, 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 bang!
What is going on? The gears. The poor gears. Please don't do this. Whoever you are, please leave us alone. We simply wanted to live a happy life, following our destined purposes.
Why is their slippery leader so hard to hit?
She doesn't seem to be dodging the bullets with her own reflexes. Oh, it's as if something else is predicting the trajectories for her.
Those thought gears on her head are spinning like crazy.
Damn it, this sucks. We paid an arm and a leg for these bullets.
Tamaki, think we can read the movement patterns on those gears.
Can do.
Bang!
Grazed her shoulder.
I'll finish her off.
Clang!
A bullet crafted by Atelier Logic.
Atelier.
Atelier.
Sorry, it's French.
Those are some expensive bullets you have there, don't you, friends? The blue reverberation.
You are... could you be the person my father always talked about?
I guess. Say, I need you right now. Would you like to come with me?
Yes, of course. I've been waiting for you my whole life. A perfect fit with the gear that is me.
Why, thank you.
No, you don't.
But first, these friends of ours need some attention. Pluto, could you look after Eileen in the meantime? Run!
The hell is going on? Why would the blue reverberation be here?
No idea. Damn it. Looks like he's trying to kill us.
If we screw this job up, we're gonna be bankrupt from all the bullets we've wasted.
You literally just saw the blue reverberation deflect our bullets.
We're no match for him anyway. Forget about anything else. We should run away and survive for now.
We are almost to the exit.
Oh, hiya, friends. Who could have made such an adorable little request, I wonder? Ah, hell. To the left.
Did it eat my panting?
I heard it.
Oh. Pant! Pant!
You're not getting anywhere with your sluggish feet, don't you see? Unless a lifeline were to come down from the heavens, that is, no? Damn it. Maybe we should drop our guns.
Are you nuts? These were hella expensive!
We're throwing them away.
But we can't hide forever either.
Hey, wait, this is...
What's that? An invitation?
From the library or wherever? I heard that the Hana designated it as an urban plague now.
Oh, look at you, all clustered together in the corner. You're like a flock of cute little chicks gathered around in the cold. Blue reverberation. We apologize if we interrupted your business. We promise to forget anything we've seen and heard here, so could you let us go? What? Okay, under what condition? Can you tell me who gave you this request?
Mm.
I'll give you 10 seconds. 9.
Whatevs! Leeway, do something with that invitation thing!
6. Anyone got a pen? We need something to sign the paper with. Ah, you can use mine. Take your time now. 4.
Crazy bastard.
Quick, sign your names here. 3. Now, the real show is only beginning, wouldn't you agree?
But of course. The blue reverberation.
That name sounds similar to the Red Mist.
You got that right. Both of them are top-grade fixers that received a color from the Hana Association. They're a cut above grade 1.
It's curious that such a capable fixer showed up so early.
There are lots of nutcases among fixers, but the blue reverberation is on a whole nother level. He's a certified lunatic.
Is he famous?
Oh, he is. He's certainly got some skills, even if he's bonkers.
He does appear to be skilled, seeing how he blocked those gunshots.
That's why guns aren't used too often. They're not very effective against actually competent opponents.
Now that you mention it, the majority of guests we've had so far didn't carry firearms. Is there any other reason guns aren't used?
It's the cost. They're awfully expensive. It's just not worth it most of the time. Guns are pricey on their own, but bullets are plain ridiculous, like those poor folks said.
Manufacturing bullets must be quite costly.
That's true, of course. The biggest factor, though, is the tax the head levied on firearms. It depends on the gun, but 2 full magazines worth of bullets cost about the same as a decent gun. Heck, giving your entire office crew augmentation procedures is probably cheaper than keeping enough bullets in stock for them to use. The cost is so high it outweighs the benefit by a metric ton, and it's hard to find a workshop that treats guns or bullets. What's more, workshops aren't even allowed to craft those without a firearms manufacturing license, which is apparently very tricky to get.
What do you think the reason firearms are made so inaccessible?
This is just my hunch, but I think they don't want killings to happen too easily.
This is the city, Roland.
Yeah.
Killing what?
People in general.
I didn't quite expect that the rulers of this city to be humanitarians.
Oh, not because the head and the city value human life or anything, obviously. It seems like they have this weird philosophy that the process of a human killing another shouldn't be trivial or insignificant.
How funny. Death can be plenty insignificant, even without guns.
Well, you're wrong there. Phew. He's not following us all the way here.
It's as if some omniscient person is toying with us.
The blue reverberation seemed like he knew everything.
We should be thankful that we survived him somehow.
Don't get too nervous, Stephen.
How can I not be nervous? We ended up in the library we know almost nothing about. You know we're almost out of bullets, right? What was the point of running away from the blue reverb if we're gonna die in here anyway?
Then we should at least try to die a bit later, obviously.
Humans all die eventually. There's little use in delaying the inevitable.
See, he's got a point.
Don't worry, it'll work out.
Greetings, dear guests.
Hello! I'm Stefan, soon to be dead and shoved into your bookcases.
You don't quite appear to be. Sorry. You don't quite appear to be spirited, dear guest. It's ultimately up to you whether you'll become a book or return triumphantly with the ones you need.
Yeah! Thanks for the kind words.
You're ruining our mood.
Don't mind him. We're in a bit of a hurry right now. We'll just take care of the business here and go back.
I understand. Various guests visit here with their own reasons and purpose. There have been much more impolite guests, so please do not worry about your attitude.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this lady. She seems just as eerie as the blue reverb. Maybe just dying to the blue reverb was a better idea than this.
Sorry, I think the stream. Okay, there we go. Tweet, tweet, tweet. What are you, a parrot? Get inside already.
Fine, hothead.
May you find your book in this place.
So we're gonna beat the shit out of them.
Oh, they're
Poor-
super dead, but you're getting guns.
They're
Poor
so
Stefan.
dead. Poor Stefan.
Here, allow me to explain what's about to happen. Tutorial for how guns work.
They
Go
don't.
who?
Next question.
Kinda. I will admit, I actually do early on like to use their guns because they have a lot of uses. But I'm not going to explain how they work. That's not the point of this stream.
Mira blocked bullets.
Accurate. Lore accurate Mira.
I was thinking after this we could probably do Wedge Office.
Sure. Could I say that after this, perhaps we take a quick break?
Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
That was a lot of
It absolutely was.
I really liked
I'm
your
gonna get a
Eileen.
head start.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, you did do a great Eileen, Mega. I'm gonna get a head start on that break. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I also wanted to request that break because Worshipper required me to cry, and I need a moment to fix that.
I had a lot of fun playing Eileen.
I thought you would.
I was like, damn, Mega.
Yeah, you understand our direction now that you've read her, right?
Yes, no, absolutely. That's why I was just like, all right, if I'm going to be a cult leader, I need to know, is this the Silent Hill kind of cult leader?
Yeah, no, I mean, to be clear, it's yes, but no.
Mm-hmm.
These poor bastards.
Yeah. It's okay, Argalia would have done worse to them.
100%. Oh, Argalia would have made it slow.
I mean, I don't think this is a spoiler. It's pretty obvious he was trying to get them to sign the invitation. He would have probably just been like, all right, you don't need a pen. You can just dip your finger into your open wound and sign it that way. Also, I liked your read of Blue Reverberation on Roland.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm back. Yeah, that one was a lot.
Yeah, they're like really introducing two major antagonists at once.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kill the people who don't matter.
Rip.
I mean, if it wasn't gonna be us, it was gonna be someone else. That's the city, baby. That's Hollywood. Petition to rename the library to Hollywood.
Denied.
Sadness.
Okay. It's epilogue
I'm
time.
at the epilogue, yes.
That Stefan fellow turned into a book, just as he expected. It's kind of sorry to see him keep railing at the world till the end.
Do you think it's wrong to blame the world?
Oh, no, nothing wrong with that. It's not like I think he was weak-willed for putting the blame on this world for his miseries. It's just that I pity myself for living in that same world. I'm sorry that I keep trying not to fault this world.
I curse this world.
Same, to be honest.
See, Roland, we're bonding through hatred.
You?
I love how
Me?
Mira's.
Trauma bonding?
I love how Mira's too big for the screen.
I made her the biggest size possible.
That's she's ready to go.
Alright. Before you talk about this, chat, we're going to take a quick break.
Yep, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to throw BRB on and mute everybody.
Philip stop pretending and doing a deep voice because everyone's dead.
Hi.
Oh yeah, you don't know who Philip is, Vega.
Oh,
So we already met Philip before. He ran away.
oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
He's been crushing on this person, Yuna, and he's there with his, like, mentor, teacher, Salvador. And when Philip gets to 30% health, he runs away.
Oh,
And the other ones die. Like, Philip's running away threshold is pretty, like, high.
interesting.
I think what makes it the most interesting is very much say, wait, you can do that?
Right? That's never really addressed, but hey, we roll with it for the plot.
There are reasons that I am not going to use Malkut for this fight, and I'm going to use Hode instead.
I know why.
Oscar. Let me check how many floors I get. 1 second.
Who are all of Hode's homies?
Hode is with Ziena and Varia.
Good pair.
We've got the pirate squad. Sipra's chilling on Keter.
And I'm noticing probably next week is when we do all of these
Yeah.
realizations.
We get our fourth person for each floor, besides Malkut, who already has 4.
I'm pretty sure that'll actually unlock the bottom one too.
We can do it without doing any of these. We can do.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. Let me quickly get set up on Hode. I'm gonna turn Varia into Jikan because I think that suits her.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd also respect her having a gun.
Hode is gonna be Sayo, which doesn't make any sense at all, but mechanically it does.
Hode looks thrilled about it.
Whatever you say, Angela. I'll do whatever you ask. Sure, I'll absolutely put on the face of this mass murderer.
Oh, I have to wear the cleavage dress.
Alright, Angela. I think you might have a fetish, but okay.
Fetch me my cleavage dress.
Notably, Sayo has a Restore 2 light card. It's really good.
I just had the mental image of, like, after Hode gets dressed, Angela does a finger gun and a wink at her, but with her completely blank expression.
I was told this is motivating. Are you motivated?
I'm gonna have Ziena be Walter, which I think makes a degree of sense.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm gonna throw together a second floor just in case, but I'm not gonna be as picky about this one.
Also, I feel like for clarity's sake, Philip was not the first person who ran away from their library. To be clear, Lulu technically was. Man, Philip does it so damn quickly.
I think the way
Plus,
that
oh, you first.
I think the way that they act about it is completely different too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just about to say, if Philip wasn't such a bitch about running away, this wouldn't actually be a problem. If he just ran away and was happy to be alive, this would be, you know what, good for him. He has to go getting all guilty and trying again.
I mean, technically, so did Lulu.
Oh, I don't. It's been so long since I've seen Lulu. I vaguely she's the one with the baseball bat, right?
Yeah.
At the very beginning of the game. Yeah, I remember her being MVP, but
When her office went in, you killed the person who she was.
yeah, she
Low-key
unfortunately
flirting
she
with.
was doomed to be an early game enemy, and
Yes.
so it suffered all of the issues of that.
I see Lulu every day.
Yes, your dog is very cute.
My dog is very cute.
Okay.
I was half expecting to hear you have a poster of Final Fantasy X or something.
I mean, okay. Lulu in Final Fantasy X are probably one of my favorite characters.
Let's be real. As ridiculous as her design is, it's gold. Oh, it's chatting time. It's go time.
It's time. Help yourself. You're gonna starve to death if you don't eat anything.
Thanks for the meal, but I don't feel like eating yet.
No wonder. Your office got wiped out. You should harden your heart still.
Think it was your fault?
Yeah. And had I stopped them, had I been stronger and more mature, had I stayed there and not run away.
Then it is your fault.
Huh?
You were too daft and weak to keep the others safe. It's your fault that everyone died. Feel better now? Think what you want. When something happens, all you gotta do is make up reasons that are convenient to you, no? It's not like you actually cared about the cause. You just wanted to believe whatever that convinces you.
Hey, kids, don't bully that boy too hard now.
I didn't do anything. It was all Pamela.
All right, Philip. Feeling well enough to talk now?
Yes, thank you for your kindness.
We are sister offices after all. Gotta help each other out.
I'm sorry we couldn't help. We were in the middle of handling a case of the distortion in the streets of District 12. Those victimized by the 8 o'clock circus held a show of pure insanity and hedonism. It was akin to a festival in hell, and gave us quite a bit of trouble.
To get my body replaced, too. This one's seriously not my style.
Is that a robotic body? Doesn't that shape infringe the ethics amendment, though?
It's not mechanical. It's a clone of my body. I got biological body recovery insurance some time ago. Pamela's body was torn apart beyond recovery, so this was the only way we had left for her. Her head was thankfully intact. I thought fixture insurances were a complete robbery, but it did help us out for once. Speaking of, doesn't your office have any insurance?
I was a relatively new member of that office, so I didn't know that much.
Yeah, you'll want to see if the office had any. There are many types of insurance with various conditions.
It's nice to have a body again. But why did it have to be this?
What? I urgently had body cloning surgery to save you, and this is how you thank me?
What's the point? Even just looking at the mirror is discouraging.
Don't you dare damage that body! You know what? Why don't you just die a permanent death this time? That way you can't be recovered by any means. You won't have to pay me for the cloned body then.
You ask for a fight?
Yeah, you punk.
You certainly are masterful at making Shanghua Cha, as Salvador said.
You flatter me, sir.
A penny for your thoughts, Philip. Did the library appear to be related to the distortion phenomena in any way?
I'm not sure. I haven't experienced the distortion myself. But that place looked more alien than anything I've ever seen. And Master and Sonbei, they got turned into books there.
That doesn't help. Several associations have started keeping an eye on this matter. It's not just the associations, even the wings and the fingers are clueless about what to make of this distortion.
Alright.
You don't seem to be too interested in the current topic. You might want to forget about all this fuss about the distortion and head right back to the library and retrieve the books of your colleagues.
I wish I could just... I wish I could do just that. My master said to me in his note that I shouldn't act hastily and instead depend on your aid.
That old friend left me with quite the troublesome little fella. Death is a staple in this business, but his wife and children must be heartbroken still. Have you met them?
No, I couldn't visit them yet.
Why is that?
I'm too ashamed to face them.
Our next stop will be the library. Ready your gear.
Thank you, sir.
Don't mistake this for kindness. We're simply taking you with us because we're already planning on going there. And this is the least I can do to bear responsibility for my old friend's death. Personally, I'd never let a fixer like you join my office. It would give us a bad name.
Is it wrong? Is it so pathetic for me to want to repay the favors of my colleagues? For their sake? Everyone says not to act upon attachment. That it's unclassy and naive thing to do. Can't we as fixers? No. As people living in the city, do anything on the behalf of others?
Are insufferable. He didn't even say you were wrong or anything. He just doesn't want those kind of fixers in our office. Simple as that. Don't be a miserable ass about it. Nothing is unreliable as someone who's easily swayed by their feelings. You want us all to die just so you can fulfill your ideals, or what?
You must be sincerely believing that your actions are for others. That you are different from all the other unkind and selfish denizens of this city. Thinking that you are fighting for some higher cause. But know that those are in fact entirely selfish thoughts. It's the most dangerous kind of selfishness. You deceive yourself into thinking you're selfless. There can be no such thing as selfless actions for us humans. Even the act of self-sacrifice is ultimately for oneself. A very dangerous kind of selfishness. One that slowly eats away at your peers and leads them to damnation. You gave a fine speech, but I must wonder if you're truly upset for the sake of Salvador and your other late colleagues.
I'll go prepare myself.
That Philip guy seems to be hurt, but I agree with Oscar here. Few things are as dangerous and nasty as selfishness in the guise of, for the sake of someone else.
I think I know what you mean. The determination to work for the good of others can be a dreadful and loathsome weapon, especially if one strongly believes that the justice they're pursuing is worth sacrificing for. They're blinded by self-righteousness and have no regards for their own surroundings. They don't care what happens to others. They justify themselves for pressing forward and pursuing their justice, crushing everything in their way.
Wow. This might be the first time we understood each other for real. I'm touched, man.
How about some champagne?
Frowning already, would you? You're so annoying.
He's still recovering. We should give him some space.
Tiny things like this can still affect my physique. Or psyche.
Never mind. You don't need to care about me. I'll try not to be a hindrance.
Boy, I'll stab you as soon as I determine that you're getting in our way.
Greetings, dear guests. Though your group seems to be in a rather ill mood.
I thought you were a machine, but could be that you are partially human?
Stared at us so viciously now. We just poked you to make sure not to kill you or anything.
How rude. Hasn't anyone taught you how to behave?
I heard the librarian of this place was supposed to be nice.
Someone advised me that there's no need to be courteous with ill-mannered guests who slap and spit in my face without reason.
I apologize. We couldn't afford to be polite when our very lives are at risk.
Oh, really now?
Like what we've heard about her at all.
She must have had her own woes. Angela's so done with them.
Uh-huh.
Poked her with the spear.
Angela's worst nightmare. Children.
So, this is a fight where I can bring 4 people in, but I'm gonna open with Hode even though she only has 3. I mean, it's just one phase. What's the worst that could happen? Man,
To be honest with you, it would not surprise me if you lose.
wow.
forget how much I like Hood's theme. So I feel like Varia and Sienna are being bullies.
What? A bully?
Sienna, we're killing people pretty mercilessly. We're not even letting them hurt us.
They're dying? I
Well,
thought they
they're
turned
turning-
into books.
Sienna, if you were a book, could you do anything ever?
I could read myself.
You can?
I thought books could do that.
I don't think they can.
Well, have you ever been a book?
No, just me.
Angela, can you turn us into a book to find out what it's like?
It's
Wait, he's been a book though. Did you read yourself?
no.
Is this a no as in you couldn't, or no as in you didn't?
I claw Callipay.
Rude. I am very sleepy though. I am gonna hop off and get ready for bed.
Thank you
Have a
for
good
coming
night.
and being
Thank
Oscar.
you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It was a delight. Y'all have a good night.
Rest well, friend.
Yeah, and nothing's gonna happen in about 2 seconds. I don't have something open already.
He ran away again!
Damn.
Not again. I thought I could fight with them until the end this time. How long am I gonna keep hiding behind others? What could I have changed if I stood with them and fought along? If only I had the courage to stand up to something. If I had that courage, when I was told to run, I hesitated. If I run away, leaving my master and Sanbei behind, they might think of me as a coward. Maybe they actually wanted me to stay with them. But the decision I made was to listen to them, believing that it was for their sake. I convinced myself that I'd only be a hindrance if I stayed. There's nothing I can do here, so I should go outside and ask others for help. This is all for Sanbei and Master. That I'm doing this for others. I was determined to sacrifice myself for others. But I forfeited. Telling myself that this wasn't the right time. Told myself it's fine, because I'm still a selfless man. Said a vile and selfish person. I involved or would help this without telling them this is for my master and Sanbei. And I took their sacrifice for granted and ran away again. It's not for myself. I'm trying to justify what I wanted to do. Endlessly parroting for them, for others, for someone else. For whom? The words I uttered to disguise my selfishness as something greater. He was right. I was the most selfish, dangerous person. I don't want to embellish my motives saying it's for others. I was doing it all for me. For myself above anything else. For me, I was feeling sadder than anyone. Anyway, round 2?
Round 2.
But this fight was only one phase.
Uh-huh.
Are you excited to see what happens, Mega?
I am excited.
Hey, Megan, remember Limbus Company?
Oh, damn.
There's this one thing you really want.
Oh, interesting.
No one's going to cry on my behalf, even if I'm sad. This sadness is mine to bear, after all. I must carry this emotion if I can to get rid of it. If I have to repeat this cycle of sinking into the swamp of despair and thinking whatever comforts me, then I'll take the path of getting back on my feet with this sadness instead. Because I believe I can do it. Because it's what I must do. I have to move forward. This power has to be an opportunity given to me.
Yeah.
Oh. Xena's like, I don't think we bullied him hard enough.
Hold on. I thought I was the angel here. Anyway, if anything makes you feel like a villain, look, he just got an anime power-up.
That's fun.
Also, it's his theme song now.
That is definitely boss music.
Mm-hmm. And yes,
Oh.
anyway, that Sinclair identity you want. Look familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks very familiar. Xena absolutely has that look on her face of, I don't know about this. Oh shit, did Varia die?
Oh yeah.
She bled to
Oh
death.
damn. She bled. No, Varia. Okay, yeah, Xena is very much like, I don't know about this.
We've actually got tempo and advantage here.
Yeah, I said it wouldn't surprise me if you're gonna lose, but you have another floor, don't you?
Yep.
You're fine. By the way, I hope you enjoy the entire time you were looking or doing the first phase. I was looking for where this was in the script.
Mm-hmm.
It's in special, if you're curious.
All right, now Xena is super dead.
Yeah. Guess I'm gonna find out what it means to turn into a book.
I
I'm so glad that she ate Blazing Strike.
Same.
So we actually won. I only needed a single floor. He bled.
That's hilarious.
He bled to death.
Yeah, that's
We love
actually
him.
very Philip. Technically, he ran away again.
Yeah, he ran away
That's
again.
funny.
Whoa! What is up with that Philip kid? When did he get such a high-performing workshop gear? No, not even the workshops could make equipment as good as that. This actually reminds me of that guy.
Ego. That appears to be an ego.
Ego? You mean the ego? As in someone's consciousness?
It's a silly wordplay. They're essentially the same thing. The shell of one's ego. It's a physical manifestation of the mind.
What? The mind? Physically brought about? That sounds too vague to be a real thing that could happen.
It was the singularity of L-Corp, although the process was different. Well, L-Corp extracted ego deliberately. Philip must have manifested his thanks to the influence of the white nights and dark days. Yeah, I understand somewhat now.
Put the brakes on your train of thought for a moment. You mean anyone can just extract powerful equipment like that from their mind, free of charge?
Don't rush me. This is also my first time seeing it manifest this way. If you were so curious, you shouldn't have let him get away.
I didn't know that Coot would put that kind of device on him. Old man Oscar's still not honest to himself.
You seem to have a number of old friends.
Well, yeah. They're seasoned veterans with mountains of experience. It's not hard to run into them once or twice. At least once or twice as a fixer, you know?
Anyway, I enjoyed being angry.
That's really good.
We only have one fight left in Urban Plague, and that is the Musicians of Bremen. We could do that now, or do it next time.
I would say we could probably squeeze that in, and then next week just essentially focus on the library.
Makes sense.
Because we have a lot of Sephiroth to go through next week.
Sure, I'm down.
I'm looking something up really quickly. Okay, so for Malkuth Realization, you know, like the big one, we need Sweepers and Index 1. So we get those really early in Urban Nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Like, I assumed what we'd probably try and do is do Realization next week.
Yeah, I think that we could. Because the fourth scene for all of the floors is not very long.
Yeah. Also, we don't need to do them. We could just focus on getting the Realization, then do all of them after that.
I have to because I can't go to Urban Nightmare until I do.
Ah, fair. But you're right, yes. Fourth scene isn't too long for each of them. I'd still say it's very possible we just do that next week without any issues, and we just do Musicians right now.
Yeah, let's do Musicians of Bremen.
Sorry, which one was that under?
Still under Urban Plague, it's number 8.
Oh, okay.
You'll like the portraits.
Oh my goodness. There's a bunny.
I assume you want to be Mew Mew.
I like Mew Mew.
Who do you want to be,
Boom.
Skern?
Do you want to be Meow or Oink?
I feel like, given my proclivities and name, I have to be Meow.
I'll be Oink.
Okay, let's invite these precious guests. I don't think I need to burn any of the books from Wedge Office. I think my decks are fine. I one-floored Philip.
Yeah, I was about to say, did Philip give you one of his weapons?
I got Feather Shield.
Did you equip it because it's really good?
No, but if I run Malkut, I should.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing out. Because Feather Shield and Blade is really good.
Plus, when you get Oscar's page, you can be a Bloodborne protagonist.
Sure can.
Yep, got Searing Sword and Feather Shield.
Yeah, I mean, why not equip both of them? They're absurdly good. For this level.
Ding, 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 noises. Ah, today's performance isn't going too well.
Oink. You gotta keep the beat. District 9 is the sacred grounds for music. It's the homeland of the pianist.
Come on, man. I'm doing my best here.
Are you still bothered by what Hee Haw said?
Of course I am. This might be our best performance ever if we go to the library.
Shake off all your worries with the exciting music.
Oink, if you keep getting distracted by petty concerns like that and half-ass your part, I'm gonna use you as my instrument.
Sorry, did not catch. Second.
We can't let some little thoughts disturb our performance already. You guys are still new, so you'll have no idea the troubles we had to go through to perform back in my day. Me, Doodle-Doo, Wolf, and Hee Haw formed this band and devoted all of our time to music so that we could recreate the beautiful, beautiful performance we listened to on that fateful day. So quit gawking and concentrate on the music.
Pianist performance. Yes, I know! I left the Seven Associates in Section 3 and joined this band because I just couldn't forget that sweet melody. I wanted to make music like that myself, even if I meant to have to give up everything I had.
The enchanting tune that echoed through the whole city.
That grand and majestic piano made of 100,000 people. The lovely sound created from each stroke of the tendons. It made me realize how beautiful the sounds a human can make in the hands of the right performer.
Especially the ensemble with fixers at the finale. At the end of that intense concerto, the fixer became one with the piano and assimilated into the music. How I wish I could have been there.
Ahem. Speaking as someone who watched the performance right at the scene, the finale was so wonderful, you know? The musical score and notes literally unraveled before my eyes. The fixers ran across the score and charged at the pianist. They were buried under the notes one by one, their bodies blowing up. But they couldn't die there. They became part of the piano, spewing out fragrant notes. And the last fixer standing was taken apart carefully, making the most splendid sound imaginable as gorgeous red notes scattered from their body. Yes, that performance, the heavenly music that pierced me. Well, but then the Black Silence intervened and cut off the pianist's hands and head. Total mood killer. I wanted to be part of that performance too.
So jealous. I had to just sit in my office and listen to the music coming from a distance.
Boo-hoo. I want to do it too. I want to make music that's half as good as the pianists. But look at me. No matter how much I smash the ankle bones, pluck the tendons, and scrape flesh from the splint bones of my instruments, I can't even get close to it. And hee-haw and doodle-doo said things.
No, Oink. There's no need to be so impatient. It's true that we have a long way to go before we can perform like the pianist did. But we're getting close, you see? If we pour our heart and soul into our performance every day, we'll be able to make it one day. The performance by Doodle-Doo, Hee-Haw, and Woof was wonderful, wasn't it?
The three gave a fantastic performance. They went on a trip to prepare for the next, so we won't get to hear it again for a while, though.
It was. Will I get to perform like that someday?
Of course! Let's discuss this again after we finish this performance and handle the library job Hee-Haw gave us. She said there's going to be a performance bigger than ever. And we might find new instruments in the library, you know?
Yeah, I'm excited to see that performance Hee-Haw mentioned.
Let me see. Aha! Why don't we perform in a supermarket next time? Oink likes supermarkets, right?
I'm in too. It's fun to mess around with all kinds of instruments in a supermarket, right? Or supermarket?
Thanks, Meow. Thanks, Mew Mew. I'll practice harder.
All right. Gear up, everyone.
So they're crazy.
They're
Yep.
so crazy. I keep getting the height of crazy. I want Skern, you have to be Oswald.
Sure. I mean, to be clear, I got to be Tanya. I got my crazy.
It's so much fun hamming it up as Meow. Okay, sorry.
Looks like the pianist left a whole bunch of nut jobs in its wake.
From brink and ruin, the most beautiful performance begins.
What? Are you interested in listening to the pianist's music?
No way. I've heard that kind of music more than enough times.
There was another dotty musician like the pianist?
It's similar, but not exactly the same. How about you? Did you hear the pianist music yourself?
Duh. It'd be a lot faster to count the people in the city that didn't hear that damn sound. Its music didn't just pierce me. It almost ravaged my whole being. And then... Never mind. I don't want to remember that performance again.
Anyway, musicians are all molto vivace in the head, one way or another.
They seem to love performance that leads to doom indeed.
Guess they're living in their own world that no one else can understand.
Real quick, is the pianist a reference to the silent orchestra?
Angela was referencing the Silent Orchestra just a moment ago.
Okay.
Yes,
They are different things.
Okay.
cat goes,
Meow,
meow.
meow.
pig goes,
Oinky,
Oinky, oink.
rabbit goes.
Squeak, squeak.
This is so sad.
Greetings, dear guests. I am the direct...
Clang! Moo Moo, don't be so down.
Have any signature cry sounds?
That we can make one.
Good idea.
Everyone.
What a load of nonsense.
Why are you just standing there, Bluey Hair? Aren't you gonna let us in?
Stupid little machine. Don't keep your guests waiting. What?
Okay, this is the for real Clang, not the one earlier. I preempted the Clang. This is the real one. Look at it stumble. It's got red blood, too.
It can bleed, but the inside is still a bunch of metallic junk. Not good vibe. Huh?
Hurry up and let us in before we break your legs.
Huh?
Angela's very confused. For context, as I'm aware that you haven't been through the entire thing, that is the first time Angela has ever been hurt.
Interesting. Okay. Honestly, their little chibi sprites are kind of cute.
You get to wear their costumes.
Oh my god!
Memory serves, Meow's key page is actually pretty good, too.
I will say, there are definitely some people that enter the library that absolutely deserve what comes to them.
These three? Yes, these three.
These three.
I mean, they're not crazy cannibals, but they're pretty close.
Crazy cannibals, but they like making instruments out of people's bodies, and that's just not fun. It's not fun to think about.
Well, they think it's fun.
They think it's a lot of fun.
So tell me, is Keter gonna rip them apart?
Yes, Rosawind, it would seem that our jailer is rather upset.
Weird. I bet it's foreshadowing for something.
Foreshadowing? Why ever would someone use such a literary device in a library?
I miss doing Seepra's voice. He's so much fun.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Huh. Well, better you than me.
Ow. Better you than me.
I deserve this.
I shall deign to help you. Once.
Honestly, better than I do for you.
I am a generous god.
Devil.
I was making a reference.
And I was correcting your reference.
You were correcting your reference. I'm Rosawind and I'm very important and smart.
Yes.
I can actually imagine him getting into petty arguments with her because I don't think she'd actually hurt him.
Correct.
Or try to.
But she would try to manipulate him, which would piss him off. One of the cute cuddly animals, two of the cute cuddly animals are dead.
I
Wait, hold on.
dislike pigs.
Oink, last survivor. Oink, best there is.
Oink is like,
We'll be okay, as long as they don't start aggressively playing the piano.
Is that the pianist?
The pianist is coming. Angela in the background. Oh, fuck you.
Okay, but who's playing the piano?
My joke has always been Angela is.
Angela. I mean, given Angela probably had an infinite amount of time, probably picked up the piano somewhere.
It's okay, for reasons that you'll understand later, and I believe Roland plays the violin.
That's funny.
why we might come to understand them soon. This is the one where she's angry.
I'm already here. She's not angry, but I know what you're talking about. We're good.
What in the...
Angela, what's going on? That's blood. I thought you were a pure machine.
I am surprised as well. That much impact shouldn't have made me flinch, either.
You alright? Does it hurt bad?
I'm still fine. Now I see how much it hurts to get hit.
Could it be that you're getting closer to being human?
It may be one of the signs that I'm approaching my freedom. There's no need to be worried just yet.
Wow.
Alright, now the only content left for this is to go through all of these terrible conversations with Sephiroth that nothing bad will ever happen.
Only good things happen.
I'm curious, because the library has to reach grade 20, but there's only 3 conversations to have.
Probably one of them is still on chapter 2. My guess. Alternatively, maybe it gives Sephiroth levels.
You know what it is? We unlock Tiferet.
Oh, you're right.
Yep, I think after Netzach 3, we unlock Tiferet.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, we don't need to complete it. It's just the act of having it, I think, that's enough.
I believe you're right, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's why. Alright, well, I think this is a good stopping place for now. I'm gonna burn these books before I forget about it, because I will. Thanks for watching, YouTube, and thanks for coming and participating, friends.
Yay! Hopefully we do this again sooner instead of waiting a few weeks. And we do a bunch of Sephiroth. That's going to be fun, and absolutely nothing bad's going to happen.
It's gonna be a great time.
All right.
Sephiroth stories are never highly emotional and depressing.
Never.
Never. Nothing bad will happen. Everything's gonna be fine. Roland, why are you getting that violin?
No reason.
They're the
Roland-
happiest characters in the game.
Roland, keep practicing.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need you to be ready.
This gives me bad memories.